team. Let's talk about team today. So if you've ever heard what team stands for, what the acronym team stands for, it's together, everyone achieves more. And did you know there's actually 6 keys to a winning team? And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the 6 keys to a winning team and the importance of building a team for the successful, sustainable growth of your company. So let's get right into those 6 keys for a winning team. And we're going to start with strong leadership. So a lot of times what happens is employers, they hire a team and they're constantly battling with them. Hey, this person isn't hitting their sales goal. This person sucks. This person's wasting time. Oh my gosh, my team causes me so many headaches. But what we got to do is we got to take a look back at leadership, right? Because leadership, usually the business owner, is the one that's doing the hiring, is typically the one doing the training. And so if the team isn't performing, if the team isn't being held accountable, it typically goes back to leadership. So you've got to have a really strong leadership and a strong training program in order to have successful team members that are truly supporting the growth of the business. So I want you to take a look at your team right now and say, what leadership am I not providing for my team that I should be providing in order for them to be their most productive self? Now, the second key to a winning team is to set common goals. And this is really important because a lot of times business owners set a whole bunch of goals for the company and then they might not even tell their team about it. You have no idea how many times I'm coaching someone and they go, should I share these goals with my team? Absolutely, you should share your goals with your team. How are they going to help you achieve those goals if they don't know about them? Right? So we want to get people, not only do we want to create the goals and share them with the team, but we want to get them involved in creating the goals themselves. The more involvement we can get with the team to create those common goals, the more likely they are going to perform to make those goals a reality because they're invested in the outcome. They had a say in developing those goals. So let's create a common goal for the company, for the team, so that everybody knows exactly which direction we're going and everybody knows about it. Right? The next thing is to explain the rules of the game. So every company should have rules of the game. And this can be as simple as what time does the day start and what time does the day end? What time is lunch break? It's interesting. We had a client once who complained that they had a team member that would leave at 3 o'clock to go take their lunch. They'd come back at 4 and then they wouldn't really do anything from 4 to 5 and then they'd leave. And they were getting so frustrated that they were taking this late lunch break. They weren't getting a full 8 hours of work in because they were kind of not being productive the end of the day. And we asked, well, where does it say they have to take their lunch break between 12 and 1? And the owner looked at us and said, well, nowhere, right? Because there were no rules to the game of how you do business. And so making sure that not only do we have that common goal, but we have a common set of rules that everybody follows and that you lead by example, right? So if you say everybody has to be in the office between 10 and 2 and your lunch break is here and here, then everybody needs to be doing that, including leadership, right? You have to set the example for your team. So making sure that you do have those rules of the game so everybody understands exactly how work is to be conducted is really important. Our fourth goal to a winning team or step to a winning team is to develop an action plan. So once you have those common goals and those rules, now we need to actually have an action plan. Who does what by when? So you have a goal and you say this person is responsible for this task and it needs to be completed by this date. If that isn't done, the likelihood of it actually happening is very, very little. So think about the SMART goals that you're setting for your team. So if you know the acronym SMART, lots of acronyms here. The acronym SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, results-oriented, in a time frame. So those are the action plan goals that we want to set for our team. We want them to be SMART goals. So if the sales goal is that you want to hit 10 new sales by the end of the month, that's a specific, measurable, achievable, results-oriented goal instead of just saying we want more sales. So we want to get really specific and we want to create that action plan for each team member to make sure that the overall common goal is going to get met. The fifth part is to support risk-taking. So our team members probably have better ideas than we do as business owners, right? And so we want to make sure that we are listening to those around us. Somebody might have an idea for a new marketing plan or a new sales technique or a new whatever it is. Maybe it's a new product or service. And it's really important that we hear them and we even take steps to try and implement that, because you just never know what risks are going to pay off in the end. Now, am I saying let's take a huge risk and change everything that we're doing? No, but we definitely want to hear out what our team members are saying, because they're the ones that are actually in the company every single day talking with our clients, and they probably have the best ideas. So make sure you are asking your team, hey, what do you think we should be doing differently? And let's try it. Let's measure it. Let's see if it is getting better results. And if it's not, we go back to the old way. But supporting risk taking is one of the biggest steps to having a successful team. And then the last of the 6 keys to a winning team is to have 100% involvement and inclusion with everybody. 100% involvement and inclusion with everybody. So not just celebrating the sales team when a sale is made, but everybody from admin to marketing to sales, they're all involved in that process. And typically even the low totem pole, we'll say, of the admin, which a lot of people see that as, they're the gatekeeper. They're the ones that have their eyes and ears on everything. So we want to make sure we are including them in the risk taking. We're including them in the celebrations. We're including them in the plans. Everybody in the company needs to be involved in order for you to have a winning team. So those are the 6 keys to a winning team. We do have a book about it if you're interested. It's called 6 Keys to a Winning Team by Brad Sugar, so you can look that up.